So, what is block? Block is an architecture we use in Flutter. Block comes between UI and data. Let's suppose we have login page and there is login button. When we click on that login button, one event will be added to the block.
We are getting some kind of error that is full context. Okay, it means something we are not providing. Okay, we are not getting the context. So
Hello everyone. Today I will talk about block pattern in Flutter. So how to use events, states, blocks and builders, listeners with example. So what is block? Block is an architecture we use in Flutter. Block comes between UI and data. Its connection with data is not that complicated. It normally works with functions only. But with UI, it is little bit complicated because here with UI, it works in form of stream. So there are two streams. One is event and one is state. Event sends from UI to block and state comes from block to UI. Now let's see with an example. Let's suppose we have login page and there is login button. When we click on that login button, one event will be added to the block. And whatever event will be added, block knows that what to do with that event. Already there is definition defined inside the block. So in response of that event, block will emit and state, which will goes to the UI. So this was the basic definition. Now we have to see what we have to do in the code. First, we have to add the dependency. So if we want to add the package in PubSec YML, we can do it directly with inside the dependencies. We can add this Flutter block, and we can do after that pubget. Or we can run this command in the project flutter pub add Flutter block. Now let's see folder creation. So for folder creation, what I have done, first we will create the blocks, and inside that, let's suppose we have login block, login sign up, whatever we need to add, we can add inside that. And I have created for login block, and inside that we have to create three classes: block and state. Now let's start in the code. I have created that, and inside I have this login page, and it is just a basic code for UI part. Now let's get find a block package. We'll write block. Here we will get the package. I'm installing. There's two method run with command, and also we can add dependency directly. Now I'm copying this in terminal. Here it is. Is added.
now let's start with the code. So I have created a folder that is block. Inside it we have login block, and there we have to create three files: block, event, and state. Now, let's suppose we have two button login and forget. For that, we need events. So we have to write events. First, we will write login button event, and again we will write forget password event. After that, this is there is no connection between in these class login button event and forget password event. So for that we need to create another uh, class, that is our login event class we will create, and we will extend this class in these classes. So now this is we can create it, the connection between them, but we don't need to instantiate this login event. So for that we can create it abstract, so we don't need to instantiate. Same we have to do for login state. That is, first we same as login event, we will create that abstract class of login state, then we will create the initial state. Whenever we have to load the screen, at that time this initial state will call, and we have to create login button state and also forget password state. So this login state we can extend in all these states, and how many classes we want to create with using this state we can create. So this state we will emit on these events. When we will add the event, at that time we have to emit the event. So now we have ready with events and state. Now we will create the class block, that is login block, and we will extend the block, and inside this we have to give the type. So for that we will give login event and login state. So here we cannot give multiple, that's why we had created abstract, and it will be common. Now we can use this login button event and forget password event both with this block. So that's why we have created this here. Now we have to initialize the block. So for that we are doing this login block, and we will initialize with this super. What is super is doing? It is initializing this block. So we have initialized with login initial state. What exactly this is? Whenever we have to initialize a block, at that time we need to initialize with some state, which should be some initial state. Whenever page is loading, some default state should be there, that we are doing with this. Now I will define the event inside this function. So this on will check when event is coming and when it is not coming, and it will give the event and emit the state. So we have to emit the state on click of that event. Let's suppose we have to add the event for forget password as well. So what we will do, we will just do like this. We will add this forget password event and emit the forget password state. So every events we will write like this, and this on will check when event is coming and when it is not coming. Now let's start implementing this block in our login screen. So here we will go, and right now I have just written the code for writing this. We have this login button and we have this forget button. This UI will be here only. So let's start adding the block. For that, I will write the block provider. What block provider do? It provides the block. Whatever child block we will write, it provides that. Like we have this login block initialized in init state. So we will provide this here inside this block provider, and we will write block builder, and here I'm returning whatever I had UI this only. So inside the block builder I'm returning this UI part here. So why we are using block builder? Actually, whenever we want any change in our UI part, then we use block builder. And we have another is block listener that I will talk about after this. So we will compare, we have to change this login. So we will compare our state. So state is login button. We will check if its state is login button. So is means if we have to check data type, we use is. And we can use equal but not here. Whenever we have to check value, then only we can use equal. So here we are using is because we have to check data type. Now we have to add the event. When we click, it should change this text. So for that, we will add it in login page. Bloc.add whatever login event we have already defined, we will do that. Now when we'll refresh and we will click, it will be click on login button. So for now I don't have any API calling thing, so that's why I changed it in UI part. When we will have API, we will do anything here in login event, and we will add, and whatever we need to update we will do in block builder or block listener. So let's suppose we have to navigate to other screen. For that we need block listener, or any snack bar we have to show. For that also we need block listener. So for the code, if you need to check how to write block listener, we will remove this block builder and I will add this block listener. Here block listener is method listener, and exactly we can check like we were checking in block builder, and here we can show the snack bar. Now let's suppose we have to do something like we have to change on UI and also need to show the snack bar. So these two functionality we have to do in same page. So how we can achieve that? In place of block builder or block listener, what we will do, we can change it to the block consumer. Now remove this, and in place of this we will add block consumer. So here we have this builder and listener both. Now, in place of this builder, whatever you had written earlier in builder, we will paste here only. So everything is same like earlier we had written, and for listener we will do the same. I am adding this snack bar. So here it is. Now we will run and we'll see what is happening. So let's run the app. We are getting some kind of error, that is build context. Okay, it means something we are not providing. Okay, we are not getting the context. So inside the block consumer or any block consumer, I'm going to add login block and login state that we have to define. So let's run again. It should work. Here it is. See, in login state, we are changing on click of the button, and also in listener we are showing the snack bar. So whenever I'll click, that text will be changed and snack bar will show you. Here it is. This is changed and snack bar is showing. So let's summarize. First, we have to add events, and then we have to add states, and inside the block we have to write the event and emit the state. So on the screen, when we have to do click or any functionality on that button or UI, we have to add the event on that. and when we add the event, it will emit the state, and we will get the state here. According to state, we can change whatever text we want, whatever UI we want to show, whatever we want to build, we can do that. So here we have one option, block consumer. If we need to show the UI change and also something is happening on the background, like snack bar is running or something, that we can do with this block consumer. If we just want builder, only UI part, we can use builder. If we want just listener part, we can use block listener. This small part of block I have implemented, and if you like the video, please like and subscribe my channel. Thank you so much.